And Jetta Morgan, his approach to the fifth.
And quite different conditions than for practice rounds. Practice rounds we had really warm weather.
Chase Koepka this for his birdie at 5.
Yay, nice chase.
Well, greens haven't slowed up too much.
Dongman Lee, he's at the 9th. Greg, you mentioned that strong contingent down off the Asian Tour, co-sanctioned of course with the Asian Tour and PGA Tour of Australasia here, this New Zealand Open. One of the things that's been consistent as Morgan taps in for his par is that they're not the longest of golf courses here, and we've seen a real spread of different styles that have been successful over these courses over the years.
Right flag position, 120 metres out of a grassy lie.
And just using that slope behind and to the left of the 6 flag position. Excellent out of the rough. Just fortunate, a little bit fortunate with that lie, but you always need a little bit of luck in the
Comes up just a little shy. But that one wasn't in the script. Brazil, this just to drop one after finding the water.
Well, those are 2 different ways to make the same score. Slower are they than normal? As I said, can be a bit tricky.
He gets into red numbers, and that came up just a little short last year. But we've got a little story to tell you about Sir Michael that you will not believe. Let's have a look at Koepka's pitch into the 6th now.
And as Bruce alluded to, pretty good leave down there.
Second to here, using the backboard. Desperately looking for a couple of birdies over this closing few holes.
Coming through. I don't think we're going to get much more rain this week, which is good, but it's certainly not going to warm up.
Shigenji, ideal spot off the tee. Can he use that sideboard as well? From the other side of the ball, Hontak Kim from Korea playing alongside of his countrymen. Who's not in such good shape to approach this 5th green as Kevin Na, now with a wedge for his 3rd.
Just got to keep this a little right of the hole. Ball will spin left, and
that's the tournament invites here this week. This is for birdie. Get back to even Stevens. Koepka turned pro 8 seasons ago now. Asia. Back to 6. Higa up the hill.
And that's 2 in a row for Higa-san.
Decided it was a little cool with the jacket off.
Well, this It's going to come up over and then down to this pin. Yeah, and I think we're just about
a tight part of the golf course where the 8th green, the 9th tee, the 18th hole on the Coronet course in the background. Morgan now from just off the back of the green. A little uphill with a little break from right to left. A few seasons over there on the Live Tour. Now happy to go wherever we can get in. Kim also giving it the big stick, flying it all the way into the middle of the green, Greg.
Yeah, that's a very good tee shot. No mean feat in these cold and damp conditions. Now, Jed Morgan. It's always right in the middle when you leave them short, isn't it?
Well, he'd be happy to be done.
Any other year, that would be considered as a pretty rough start. Not too bad this year.
Koepka also coming up just a little shy here at the last. Came close a few years ago when he was just a teenage amateur. As we get back to the final hole for Koepka, he'll sign off on a 1 over par 72. This for birdie at the short par 4 7th. Drove it right up in front of the green, pitch to here. And he's happy with it. Kevin Na. Great look to run one right up the throat. Of course, he's had a hand in the redesign of the Royal Auckland and Grange golf course, where we'll be next week for the ISB Honda Championship. Kabori away on the 8th. Kazuma had a little flash with this tournament just a few years ago. He was a teenage amateur at the time, determined this year. He's thrilled to be here as well. Kabori, little tighter angle from the right half of the fairway.
Some shot there.
As we nick across to the opening tee shot on the Coronet course, 3-hour delay. Anthony Quayle, one of the favourites, getting things underway.
Looks like the rain's come back in again.
As we sneak back about 170 metres or so to Kabori for a birdie to join Na at the top. And he calmly rolls it in. Okay, up to the first. Hillier looking to avoid starting with a bogey. Anthony Quayle now. It's just a wedge, isn't it, here at the second?
It should be for these players right now. The wind has died, it was dying off just a little bit toward the end of the round. But when I teed off on this hole earlier today, it was playing straight back into the wind. And you really had to be careful with the flight into that shot. You didn't really want to carry it too far into the green past the hole and risk it.
Quayle looking to get into red. Par start. Hillier away with his tee shot here at the third.
Yeah, great looking golf swing there from Dan. Right down the centre. And it's actually going to peak the crest of that hill. And it's a pretty big hit back into the breeze right there. Yeah, so straight back into the breeze at the 4th, and just beyond the flag, the green does roll away toward the back of the green, and Lucas has done a fantastic job of controlling both trajectory and spin there.
It's still miserable out there. It's misty and cold, and I would imagine, especially up on the Coronet 9 up the top there, it would have been, I mean, that course is playing almost 4 shots harder. I don't think his yardages are quite so dialed in, but
Okay, important here for Quayle to Stop the bleeding of the previous hole. Nicely done.
And just pulled the string right at the end of that one. Within 6 feet for birdie.
Be kind of easy, a lot easier to put it behind you.
Hillier with the big stick here at the long par 4.
May need a bounce from the left to get out of that left
It's
rough.
Bruce. There we go.
We got that bounce, and that one's ideal. Let's get over to the 9th on the Remarkables course. Long range birdie attempt for Brady Watt, and that was carrying a bit of pace, but it's gone down. Add it to the list. Another one of the birdies for charity.